A miter saw is a specialized power tool designed to make accurate crosscuts and angled cuts in wood, and with the right blade, other materials like plastic and aluminum. Its defining feature is a mounted, pivoting blade that allows you to cut at a variety of angles, making it indispensable for trim work, framing, furniture making, DIY projects, etc. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description box below. Number 5. 8-inch Cutting Saw High Precision Miter Saw. This tool is a professional-grade power saw designed for making extremely accurate angled, miter, and beveled cuts in various materials, primarily wood, but also aluminum and other soft metals with the correct blade. 8-inch Cutting Saw. This specifies the blade diameter. An 8-inch blade is a popular size, offering a good balance between portability and cutting capacity, typically able to cut a 2x4 at a 45-degree angle and around 2.5 to 3 inches deep on a vertical cut. Robust fence, a solid base plate to ensure workpieces are square. Accurate scales, clearly marked miter, 0 degrees to 45 degree plus left and right, and bevel, 0 degrees to 45 degree plus left, scales with positive stops at common angles. This describes a sliding mechanism. Unlike a basic miter saw that only moves up and down, a sliding saw allows the blade to be pulled forward and pushed back across the workpiece. Pull rod likely refers to the two horizontal bars or rails on which the saw head glides. This design is often more compact, allowing the saw to be placed flush against a wall without needing rear clearance for the rails to extend. This is a major space-saving advantage. This highlights one of its key applications. With a proper non-ferrous metal cutting blade, carbide tipped with a triple chip grind design, this saw can cleanly and safely cut aluminum extrusions, profiles, and tubing. The slow start and electric brake features found on good saws are crucial for metal cutting to prevent grabbing. Number 4. 45-degree Cutting Miter Sawing Aluminum Machine. Requires a 220 to 240 volt electrical outlet. This high voltage allows it to draw significant power for tough jobs. 1800 W. What's the motor's power output? 1800 W is very powerful. This provides high torque necessary for cutting through dense materials like aluminum without stalling. 10-inch. The diameter of the blade it uses. A 10-inch blade allows for a very deep cut capacity, enabling it to handle large stock and thick aluminum profiles. Higher RPM, revolutions per minute, compared to a standard wood-cutting miter saw, which might run too slow for aluminum. Specialized blade. Often comes with a carbide-tipped blade designed for non-ferrous metals. Using the correct blade is critical for safety and clean cuts. Number 3. Sliding Compound Miter Saw. 8-inch/10 miter saw with large table saw. Miter. The saw head pivots left and right to make angled cuts in the horizontal plane, e.g., for picture frames or molding. Compound. The saw head can also tilt, usually to the left, to make bevel cuts in the vertical plane. This allows for complex cuts like those needed for crown molding laid flat against the fence. Sliding. The saw head can slide forward and backward on rails. This dramatically increases the cutting capacity, allowing you to cut much wider boards than a non-sliding, chop, miter saw. This indicates the diameter of the blade it uses. A 10-inch saw is more common and offers a greater cutting capacity, both in depth of cut and cross-cutting width, especially when slid, than an 8-inch model. Be sure to check which one the specific product is. This is misleading terminology. This is not a table saw. A table saw has a blade rising from a fixed table and is used for rip cuts, cutting along the length of a board. A laser guide projects a line onto your workpiece showing exactly where the blade will cut. This is a great feature for improving accuracy and speed, as you don't have to look behind the blade guard to line up your mark. Number 2. KOMIYA Miter/Table Saw 2IN1 1400W 8 inches. As a table saw, the flat table with a blade rising from the center is used for rip cuts, cutting along the length of the wood, crosscuts, and dado cuts using the miter gauge. As a miter saw, the head, motor and blade can be unlocked and pivoted forward to make precise angled, miter, and bevel cuts, similar to a standard compound miter saw. Motor, 1400W, quite powerful for its class. Blade size, 8 inches, 205 millimeters. Max depth of cut, 90 degrees, approximately 55 to 60 millimeters, varies slightly by model. Max depth of cut, 45 degrees, approximately 40 to 45 millimeters. Table size, compact benchtop design. Number 1. 10-inch multifunctional foldable aluminum sawing machine. This is a space-saving portable saw designed primarily for making precise angled and crosscuts in wood, but its aluminum base suggests it's also marketed for light-duty non-ferrous metal cutting, like aluminum, when used with the appropriate blade. 10-inch refers to the diameter of the blade it uses. A 10-inch blade is a common size, offering a good balance between cutting capacity and portability. Crosscuts, straight cuts across the width of a board. Miter cuts, angled cuts made by rotating the saw's base, e.g., 4 picture frames. Bevel cuts, angled cuts made by tilting the saw's head, e.g., for molding where 2 walls meet at a corner. Compound cuts, a combination of a miter and a bevel cut simultaneously, essential for complex crown molding. 45-degree miter sawing. This is a standard feature. It means the saw head can rotate at least 45 degrees to the left and right for miter cuts.